How are y'all doing today? Set up the budget for January. I have everything I need here. I have a ruler that I may need to draw some lines. It's hard to see that, but I have a ruler there. I have a calculator and lots of pins that I use, different colors. I even have highlighters in there, and of course my Erin Condren. And I'm gonna go ahead and set this up. So for January, here's the month of January. What I like to do is always go back and see how I did the last month or two or three and see what I liked about it. As you can see on some change, like this was my cash envelopes. I like this better, so I'm going to go with this on the cash envelopes. The monthly bills, that may change, and then the loans might change as well. But for the monthly, I will keep it the same. This has been working for several months. This is going to stay the same. I have all the little dots that I use so much, and they're already set up with the different categories. And I'll just, every time I spend money out of these categories, I just put a dot and the amount. And then I have these other stickers that are for the monthly bills, and these other ones are for the loans. And then of course I always enjoy putting a no spend on the monthly, and there I do have three of them, which is good. I always like to see that. But I'm gonna go ahead and set this up, and I will be in and out of the video. I won't show the entire setup because it's time consuming and everything. These lines, I'll draw them off camera and then show you the final product of that. So before I start, I'll show you the stickers that I use. These here for the monthly bills are these, and they're from Lexington Fair. And I have one for home alarm, one for cable TV, cable bill, internet, cell phone, electric. I do have the grocery one, but I don't use that. There's another one for gas. I don't use that. And Netflix, I did have it, and I don't currently have it. I probably will get it again. Then I have one for car insurance. And then these four are the ones that I use for the monthly bills, which is that one and those two. So those are those. And for the dots, I have two different ones that I use. This one is from the Dollar Tree, and it comes with the red, dark blue, yellow, and the green. And then this is another one, which I'll link below, this one. And this one is an Avery brand, and it's the pink, the yellow, the orange, and a lighter green than that one. And that's where I use two greens in there. Those are the dots I'm going to be using in here. For the dots, I just went ahead and put all the dots in, same thing as last month. And I just copied all the information here, which is the names that everything corresponds with, and have that set up to go as soon as the bills start coming in with that. Okay, and after that, on this page, I'm going to put right in the budget. I do have this here budget from December that I used in a notebook, and this is a blank one that I want to recreate and put it in here. I thought of cutting these out and just pasting them here, but I think I'm just going to draw it out real quick and go with that. Okay, so this page is set, and what I did is quickly I'll go over this. Okay, so at the top it just says January 2018 budget. Our income is $6,800. That means we drew some money out of not a 401, but a retirement fund that me and the husband have. We drew out $2,400. I house sit, that's another $300, and I sell stuff on Etsy, eBay, and I have over $600 in there, and every month I'm going to draw $100 out. The rest is little odd jobs me and the husband do. You know, sometimes it requires us to travel, and we'll do any they're small jobs. It could be picking up limbs for someone. It could be mowing grass for someone, raking leaves. I've done gardening. You name it, any kind of little side hustle we can do to make money. And we have been working our butts off since we've been out of a job. And this is the amount we've come up with. We also have cows in the backyard. Not a whole bunch, but if money is that tight, we can sell that stuff. Sell the cows. There is equipment that if we get into a bind, we can sell it as well. So that's where our income comes from. That is pretty close to the number we want to be at. Anywhere from 6,000 to 7,000 is the number that we're comfortable with on the monthly income. $3,000 is guaranteed every month. We have to come up with the rest, which is $3,800 a month, which sometimes it's difficult. Okay, sorry about that. Hubby came in. Okay, so let me grab something. So most of our bills are the same. I really didn't adjust anything. The cell phone is $255.07. Our electric bill is going to be pretty close to that because we had company over most of the end of December. So I put it up to $150 because the back rooms, we usually don't have anyone stay back there. But since there was people back there, we had to use the heater. And we bumped it up to $150. Hopefully that's enough. Internet has not changed probably. It's still $73.68. Cable, same thing, $103.67. Home security, $57.83. His daughter's college money, $500. And we still have all the loans on here. We have not been able to finish the paperwork on that and split the two business or the farm account with the personal house accounts, and it's a lot of legal work to it, so we're still working on that. So all the loans are still here. We have Capital Farm, Kubota, and Bank of America. Those the minimum payments are on there. And then since we did have company, we used up a lot of propane, butane. I don't know the difference, but we had to fill it up, and we have a 250-gallon tank outside, so it's $379.96. And then I have a buffer in here. I'm trying to beef up this account, so if there is bills that pop up, this account will cover it. And that is the buffer is 163.06. Okay, and that brings a total of $3,432.33. The cash envelopes, it's still a work in progress. I am not sure where we're at with a lot of it. The grocery, everything should be back to normal. His daughter is in town till the 15th, 13, 14, 15, whatever that weekend ends. And she's here them days. Well, I can look right here. She's here till the 13th. She's not with us right now. She left her mother's, which is a little ways from here, but she's over there. So hopefully she stays over there and it doesn't affect our bills too much. But just in case, I put it at $500. That's usually, I believe that's usually where we're at with the grocery bill. Actually it was $600 in the month before. I'm actually trying to lower it, I guess. And the month before that, it was also $600. Okay, so I'm trying to lower it to $500. The gas for the vehicles, $400. Georgia's money, $1,000. But that covers us running around, or if we need to get anything. And he does have two dirty habits, which is drinking, but it's not an excessive drinking. It's just drinking, and he dips tobacco. So that a lot of that money's probably right there. And no, he's not going to quit because he's a very grumpy individual, and he's quit before, lasted a few months and went right back to it. So we're not going to talk about that. He has his habits and he's happy, so we're just going to leave it there. My money, I was going to do 50 and I put it up to 100, but I'm going to try not to spend maybe very much of it. But the only way for this budget to work is if I have a little spending money here and there, and buy little things for me, you know, and this budget won't get crazy. So I have $100 to spend for the month. Dine out is $200, and that is sometimes, you know, you just got to eat out. You got to enjoy life, and sometimes we have date night or people come over and we visit, and the best option is just to go out to eat. So we have $200 on the dine out. The household is $150, and that includes any cleaners we need, laundry soap, dish soap, and all of that. And sometimes on that money I'll use air filters or water filters or whatever. So that covers that most of the time. The school lunches, there is 4 Sundays in the month. So there is 40 times 4 is 160. And then the miscellaneous is 400. That is also for things that come up. If that money is not spent, I will put it in the emergency fund. But that's just in case things come up. I can pull from the buffer, the miscellaneous account, or the emergency. Say something comes up and we need money. But that's just where it's at. Okay, so emergency fund is 300. Capital Farm, I wanted to put a little extra money in there. And that I wanted to do 102.24 cents. Bank of America, I wanted to do 55.43, and that brings us to 157.67, which here at the bottom you can see our total income is 6,800. Let me try to zoom back out, which is this total up here. What we've spent or budgeted out is 6,800, which brings us to a total of 0. So hopefully this budget works out. I did like that we have a buffer for our checking account, as well as 400 for miscellaneous. Like I said, that will cover if, say, I need a tire or there's a slight emergency. We have 400 there and 163 there just for that, and 300 in the emergency fund. So that is $7,863. That is a cushion, I would say, but they're all in separate accounts. And a little bit to the debt, which once I get comfortable with how much we have in our savings, which right now it's the 200 that we put in last month, 300 this month, we have 500 in there. I want to get to a comfortable number to where the buffer won't be a small amount. Miscellaneous will be maybe 100. And we can add more to the debt, but that will be later this year. But at least we're doing extra payments to the debt we have. Okay, so the cash envelopes is right here. I just drew some lines everywhere. It says cash envelopes at the top, and then it says weekly, account, spent, and total. And I have week 1, 2, 3, and 4. And the cash envelopes we have is groceries, gas, let me try to zoom in, groceries, gas, George's allowance, my allowance, dine out, household, and lunch money. And I will put the spent amount here, subtract it from these amounts, which is the amount we budgeted for, and we'll get a total. That total will continue down the page, and that is it. That is what our budget is looking like for this month. I'm trying to keep it pretty simple. And yeah, and if this changes, I have room here to add if we need to add anything to this, because I didn't think about leaving room right there in case there was other bills, but that would just get pulled out of the emergency fund, which is here. And I'll just put a 0 balance there and add it to the spent amount here or here. Anyways, that is what the budget is looking like. And I will see you in a couple of days, and we will talk about how December turned out. Okay. Anyways, thank y'all so much for watching. If y'all made it this far into this video, thank you so much. And we will talk to y'all later. Bye.